It's time for your daily crypto update with Framework Fortune Crypto. I'm your host Ben. Now let's dive in. So Bitcoin getting rejected off of that 45,000 area, and that's why I was saying yesterday, don't get caught up in the hype just because it's been running. We haven't broken out yet. We were just still testing. We did break over 45, tested as support a little bit there, cracked back below, broke over it again. Tested it as support a little bit more, but that could not hold up. So we've come back down to the 50 at 43,000. So it is getting bought up off there. We're going to want to continue to see this push back up. Good to be keeping an eye right now on the cryptos very close, as we are at these major resistance levels on a lot of them. But still in this channel, got to break and hold the top of this channel as support before it can make the next leg up. So Ethereum, we saw the same thing, running into that 3,200. Barely got above it, held for probably about 12 hours, and then dumped right back down to the 50-day. We're getting bought up off the 50-day. 3,000 holding this pretty strong support. So that's a good sign on Ethereum, is that 3,000 is holding that support. We should get a bounce off of 3,000 back up to that 3,200. But we're going to want to see it break this time. If it comes back up to 3,200 and doesn't break, then this will be a head and shoulders pattern, because this would be your head, this would be your shoulder, and it come up, and if it started dropping, would be a shoulder. So we could see a sell-off on Ethereum then. So we're not quite there yet, but it could possibly be that. From looking at Bitcoin and now Ether, seeing them both holding up to 50-day, the 50-day will probably hold again. It was strong back here, held up. So I expect the 50-day to at least try to hold up for a few days. ADA, we got up to that 190 and tested, but couldn't break it. Had that sell-off because Bitcoin and Ethereum pulling back, but ADA already pushing back up to the 175 area. Looks like 175 is trying to hold his new support. So if it can hold his new support at 175, we shouldn't have any problems coming back up and testing that 190 soon. If it doesn't hold 175, it could drop back down to the 50 at 156. And then, as I said before, since we broke over the $1.50 area, the $1.50 should be pretty strong support. Now, as bullish as I am on Cardano, I want to put this out there. There's not a lot going on with the Cardano blockchain. This play is pretty much hype. They have built the blockchain, but there's not any projects or anything yet on them like there is on Ethereum and Cosmos Network. Even Polkadot is a little bit further along than Cardano is. But the promise for Cardano is pretty big. So we'll see what continues to happen. I'm still bullish on it just because this chart is really nice. Right there, if we would have dipped, that would have been a head and shoulders, but it broke up out of it, so no head and shoulders. Cardano looking like it's just on an uptrend now on the daily chart, looking at it here. So today's top gainer, guys, I talked about it yesterday, CLV. So keep a very close eye on it, as it looked like it was going to pop, and sure enough, big pop up to $2. So if you caught CLV, nice job. So this is a volatile one, so it's pulled all the way back down to 160 currently, but it is above the 10-day moving average. The sell-off could continue, but there is some support possibly that could be built at 150. Draw this line straight across there. You can see that was right around where those two bodies hit, right where these two candles hit, and then that's where it was getting held up last night before it finally broke out. So we can take that downtrend off, and then we can draw a top channel as resistance at the $2 area. Now that it's in this channel, as long as it stays above 150, we can easily see it come back up and test $2. But CLV, very nice pop. So I'm still holding my farm swing. It got all the way up to 355. Very nice move. We have this downtrend at the moment on it, but this looks like a triangle. And ooh, do we like some triangles. So basically at 275 is the area that's trying to hold up as the bottom of this triangle. See right there, multiple candles hit and the body's closed above, right above at 275. If we get a pop over 300 out of this triangle, then this thing could start going. So I am still holding it. I'm willing to hold it as long as it's above 275 pretty much. So farm is close to possibly making another leg up. Definitely wanting to keep on close watch, but be aware as it is very high risk, high reward. Polygon MATIC failed to break that 140 area. I knew that was going to be some tough resistance. It got almost the 150 really. I mean, it did break it for a minute and then pushed that 150 and got rejected there. But it pushed all the way back down to 125. That's where I was expecting it to hold up at. Did hold that 125. Bounced back up to 133 now. So if that momentum can continue in here, this buying volume, we could see another retest of 140. We've got this straight little downtrend at the moment, so it just needs to break 135 and then it would be back moving again. So I could take a look at some other coins, but today it's not necessary at the moment. We just need to see Bitcoin and Ethereum hold above 3,000 and 44,000. Really, we need to see Bitcoin back above 45,000. It's not that far away, $500. But we do need to see these pushing up, because if Ethereum and Bitcoin don't push back up, then nothing else is going to push back up. I mean, we may get a random pop or something on one crypto, but the overall crypto market is going to need to see them recover and start holding these areas as strong support. And once they do that, then they can start making another leg up. But most of the rest of the market is just going to be following what they're doing at the moment. You see the pullbacks NL in there. Same thing with Luna, and you can see it's rebounding at the same time that Bitcoin and Ethereum are rebounding, but Balancer, same thing. Everything's still looking good, even with that sell-off. I'm not surprised by the sell-off because we were at a major resistance area. We did just go on a nice run, a lot of buying, so a lot of people who may have got in these cryptos down at the bottom here probably locked out some profit. I know I locked out a little bit of profit. I was swinging Voyager token, made $150 on it. Now I am concerned when I look at the weekly chart on Bitcoin. I look back here, we kind of have started a downtrend here. The fact that Bitcoin got rejected there, we now can connect this downtrend. And if Bitcoin doesn't break this downtrend, it will just continue to sell back off. So we may be having a pullback because of that downtrend. Now this is starting to look like a triangle pattern. So it would reject, come down, then bounce off, come up for another test, and either break out there or come back down and dump out of the triangles. But over the next couple of days, just expect some consolidation, some sideways movement out of the crypto market until we get some type of confirmation of direction. So if there's any coins that I'm not currently covering on a weekly basis that you would like me to cover, leave them in the comments below and let me know your thoughts on the current movements in the crypto market. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.